Alright, so there's something I want to talk about involving windows. A lot of people I don't see using this too much. It's starting to become more common competitively. It's sometimes smart when you're approaching to break through a window. And for those of you that don't know, you don't have to shoot it to go through. You could just run through, and it'll end up breaking and start clipping through it. But anyways, as you're running to break through one, it's smart if you actually jump and leave a little bit at the bottom here. That way, if someone does have to come up and like try and flank you or something, they'll actually run through the glass and make some noise. That way, they don't have this emptiness to run through, like you see there. So, if you're ever coming across this yourself and someone's done this, you can attempt to jump through. Sometimes it's hard to not hit the little bits, but even then, they're still hearing you jump and then land. So that's one thing that you definitely want to use to your advantage whenever you can. Something else I don't see people doing very often at all either is actually shooting this glass. When you do this, it makes it a little bit harder to see inside. I know it's not really by much, but it can make all the difference. It also depends on the person's monitor size or hell dude, maybe even their graphics, but from a distance it makes it a little bit harder to see. And when you're passive somewhere, you're waiting for movement and you're waiting for that opportunity to get someone. So if they're in motion and they're observing this, as you see back here, it's kind of broken up. So if, let's say you're tucked up back there, that's actually pretty damn hard to see with broken glass, as opposed to being able to clearly see through here. So this will help in some regard. Just keep in mind that obviously once you do shoot it, they're gonna know that you're in there and that you aren't baiting the objective or elsewhere. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for. Also, leading this is pretty OP sometimes. Don't do it too often. People are catching on to that. So one other thing to note is that in 64-tick servers, the glass is actually kind of weird. So what I'll do is I'm going to type net graph 4, and that'll bring up the tick rate at the bottom. So it shows as 64. Now when I go to jump through this window, keep in mind for this particular spot, you got to be right up against it. And then from here, you got to jump. And usually you're able to walk across this and break through. However, in 64-tick servers, you cannot. Alright, so I just loaded into a 128-tick server, and I will show that here. So, again, I'm going to do, what was it? Net graph 4. Alright, and as you can see, I'm on 128-tick. And then, like before, right up against the glass, and then jump. And then from here, I'm able to break into it. Yeah, I don't know how to technically explain that. I'm terrible at explaining tick rate, I guess. But I guess it's the amount that it refreshes. So it's able to get it to the point where I'm just barely able to get up and over that. However, in 64-tick, the refresh for that isn't as often. So it's not getting the height that's needed. I really hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's essentially all I wanted to show you guys. If you guys learned anything or want to learn more, go ahead and let me know. And this is probably a rambly way to end a video. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Yeah, goodbye.